Right now, across this country, seniors are overpaying their property taxes by hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars a year. Not because they did anything wrong, because of one missed deadline, a form they never filed, a benefit they were fully entitled to. And nobody told them it existed. And here's the part that stings. In many places, that money is just gone. You can't get last year's overpayment back unless you act in a very specific window. Miss it, and you've handed the county money you never owed. Let me be straight with you, because you deserve the truth and not a scare story. There is no secret new federal law coming this July to take your home. What's real, and what's actually costing seniors money every single year, is far more ordinary and far more fixable. It's the property tax relief you qualify for but have to claim, and the deadlines that quietly erase it if you don't. I'm Artur, and I've spent years helping retirees protect their money. I do it in plain English, the way I'd explain it at the kitchen table. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what these programs are, who qualifies, and the 3 steps to make sure you stop overpaying. Every number I give you comes straight from official county and state government sources. Nothing made up. Stay with me to step 3 because that's the one almost everybody skips, and it's the step that can get you a refund for money you already overpaid in past years. Let me show you what I mean with a story. Margaret is 72 years old. She lives just outside Chicago in Cook County, Illinois. She worked 30 years as a nurse and she's lived in the same little house for almost 40 years. She owns it free and clear, no mortgage, just her garden, and her property tax bill, which kept climbing every single year. Now, here's what Margaret didn't know. Cook County offers what's called a senior freeze exemption. In plain English, that's a program that freezes part of your home's taxable value so your bill stops ballooning as the years go by. To qualify, you have to be a senior, born in 1960 or earlier, own and live in the home, and have a household income of $65,000 or less. Margaret fit every single requirement perfectly. But here's the trap that caught her. This benefit does not happen automatically, and it does not renew on its own. The county is crystal clear about this. In their own words, this exemption must be filed annually, every year, a new form, every year. Margaret assumed that once she got it, she'd keep it. So one year, life got busy, and she didn't refile. The deadline passed, and her tax bill jumped because the freeze fell off. She paid the higher amount, never realizing she'd thrown away money she didn't owe. And Margaret is not alone. Assessor offices across the country process thousands of these missed exemption corrections every year. Seniors who qualified but didn't file in time. The county's own website even has a special process just for people who missed it, which tells you how common this mistake really is. So let's make sure you never become Margaret. Let me walk you through how this actually works. Here's what the Cook County assessor actually says about who qualifies for the senior freeze. You must be born in 1960 or earlier. You must have a total household income of no more than $65,000. You must own the home or have a legal interest in it, and you must live in it as your main home. In plain English, that means this. If you're a senior on a modest or fixed income and you live in your own home, there is a very good chance a program like this exists for you. Cook County is just one example. Nearly every state and county in America has some version of this. New York City has one called SCHE. New Jersey has the senior freeze. Colorado has a senior property tax exemption. The names change. The idea is the same. Seniors get relief, but only if they apply. What should you do with this fact? Today, write down 2 things: your age and your rough household income. If you're over 60 and on a modest income, you are very likely leaving money on the table right now. The official rule on deadlines is where the real danger lives, so listen closely. These programs are not apply once and forget. Many of them must be renewed every single year, and every one of them has a hard cutoff date. Let me give you real examples, straight from the government sources. In Cook County, Illinois, applications received after May 15th are no longer handled as normal applications. They get pushed into a separate correction process. In Colorado, the state is blunt about it. The application period begins January 1st and ends July 15th. File after July 15th and before the August 15th late deadline, and the state says you lose your appeal rights if you're denied. File after that, and you've missed it entirely for the year. In plain English, these deadlines are firm, they're different in every state, and the calendar does not care that nobody reminded you. Miss the window, and the savings for that year can vanish. What should you do? The moment this video ends, find your own county's deadline. I'll show you exactly how in the action plan coming up. Now here's the part that most people, including a lot of folks who consider themselves financially savvy, get completely wrong. Most people assume that if they qualify for a tax break, the government will just give it to them. That's how we expect fairness to work, right? You meet the rules, you get the benefit. But property tax relief flips that on its head. The county already has your age. They already have your address. They often already have everything they need to know you qualify. And yet, in most places, they will not apply it unless you ask. The burden is entirely on you. Sit with how backwards that is. You can be a senior, on a fixed income, who qualifies in every way for a program designed specifically to help you, and still pay the full, higher bill year after year, simply because you never filed a form you didn't know existed. The savings were sitting right there with your name on them. The only thing standing between you and that money was a piece of paper and a deadline. What should you do because of this? Stop assuming it's automatic. Assume the opposite. Assume that if you haven't personally filed, you're probably not getting it. Now, let's make this simple. 3 steps, just 3. Step 1. Call or visit your county assessor's office. Every county in America has one. Search online for your county name plus the words Assessor Senior Exemption. Or just call them directly and ask one question. What property tax exemptions do I qualify for as a senior, and what's the deadline to apply? Write down the answer. This call is free and takes about 10 minutes. In Cook County, for example, you can apply right online through the assessor's website, or mail a paper form to their office at 118 North Clark Street, room 320, Chicago. Your county has its own version. Step 2. Apply before your deadline and mark your calendar to renew. Remember, many of these programs must be refiled every single year, so the day you apply, set a yearly reminder. I tell people to pick the same date each year, like New Year's Day, so it's impossible to forget. The application itself is free. Never pay a private company to do something your county assessor does for you at no cost. Step 3. And this is the one almost everyone skips, so please don't. Ask about claiming past years you missed. This is huge. In Cook County, if you qualified in past years but the exemption wasn't on your bill, there's a process called a certificate of error that can get you a refund or a corrected bill going back several years. They specifically allow claims for tax years 2021, 2022, and 2023. Other counties have similar refund processes, so when you call, ask directly, can I claim a refund for past years I qualified but didn't apply? If you skip this step, that overpaid money from past years may be gone for good. This is the step that can put real dollars back in your pocket. Now before you go, do me one quick favor. Drop a comment below and tell me, did you know you had to apply for these senior property tax breaks every year? Just type yes or no. I read every comment and I'll reply to as many as I can. And here's the bigger ask. If you have a parent, a neighbor, or a friend who's a senior homeowner, please share this video with them right now. That share button is right below. It costs you nothing, and it could save someone you love hundreds or even thousands of dollars before their deadline passes. You might be the only person who ever tells them. If you're not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell here at Senior Pension Benefits Hub, because I break down exactly these kinds of money-saving rules in plain English, the stuff that's hiding in plain sight and quietly costing seniors money. And in my next video, I'm covering the property tax deferral programs that let qualifying seniors postpone their tax bill entirely, a lifeline almost nobody knows about. Click right here to watch it next. I'm Artur. Take care of yourself, take care of your money, and I'll see you in the next one.